And we're here.
Well, good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to the Nantucket Community Ice Rink, better known as the Bog. My name is DC Collins. This is my partner, Brock Beamish, here on a Saturday afternoon as we bring you Nantucket Junior Varsity Girls Ice Hockey, something we thought, Brock, that we wouldn't be able to say a couple of weeks ago, as this afternoon they will take on the Duxbury Junior Varsity Girls Hockey team from the South Shore. It's NCTV and the Nantucket Whalers, or the Nantucket Sports Connection live presentation of Nantucket Sports here on NCTV and Comcast Channel 1072 and the Nantucket Sports Connection. Thank you for joining us. Happy New Year, everyone, as well. I'm DC Collins, as I mentioned, along with Olivia Nascimento, Chloe Remick, Tanita Siri, Charles Douglas, and Brock Beamish. As you know, the girls' team, it's not a varsity team this year. They did get enough interest to put a team together on the ice. They'll face the JV team from a hockey powerhouse known as the Duxbury Dragons. Brock, you can speak to this a little bit about what happened, I guess, starting about 2 or 3 months ago. A lot of these girls on this JV team are involved in club hockey, including the Nor'easters based here on Nantucket. Some of them, though, play off island. But in the meantime, it's been usual for Nantucket to recruit some of the younger members of the community, the 7th and 8th graders, the freshmen, that may not have any varsity experience to play on the hockey team. They weren't quite getting that when October, November rolled around, but all of a sudden the girls rallied and said, hey, we want to play Whalers ice hockey if we can, and that's why this team came together under head coach Andrew McNeely.
Yeah, so I think a lot of the girls had prior conflicts with their club teams and commitments that they've already made, but a lot of them came together and they were like, hey, we want to play Whalers hockey. So they only have, I think, 2 or 3 games, but those 2 or 3 games are represented of the Whalers hockey team, and it provides the varsity team, or the girls high school players who aren't able to play club, they're able to play right now. Yeah,
and so moving up and moving forward, at least the Whalers are going to field a team or put a team on the ice rather than having nothing at all. The boys are off island today. Of course, we've got boys basketball going on, but for girls hockey, it's something that you just don't want it to die. It may be on life support, but at least they're trying to bring it back to life, at least for this season. So we will see what happens as we go forward, and we've got the matchup today. Before we get to any more of our preview, we want to take a moment to thank our founding sponsor on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV. That is the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation. They have made the students of Nantucket High School a priority of their philanthropic efforts and support on Nantucket, and they have continued that mission through their support of our live broadcasts here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection of Whalers Athletics. The Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, proud supporters of Whalers Nation.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSE provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Welcome back to the Nantucket Community Ice Rink. Along with Brock Beamish, I'm DC Collins. Thanks for joining us this afternoon here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. We've got Nantucket Whalers girls JV hockey going up against Duxbury, team from the South Shore. Brock, we're going to have the senior introductions here. It is senior night because this is one of only a few games that this team is going to play. In fact, it may be one of their only home games.
Right.
As we mentioned, it was tough putting a team out on the ice, getting everybody together, organizing this. Andrew McNeely has stepped up, said, listen, I want to coach this. I want Nantucket to be represented as far as the girls' side as ice hockey. We know what the boys' team can do. We saw them go to the playoffs last year. What are you anticipating today? There's a lot of new faces. We've got 7th graders all the way up to seniors playing together, so big age difference, different skill levels, but this team is here to play this afternoon.
Yeah. I mean, I think Duxbury being a powerhouse for hockey, I feel like their JV is going to be deep as well. But I think this game is just about getting these younger girls experience and hopefully building the program up.
The seniors that'll be recognized this afternoon, number 25, Mason Lohr from Nantucket. Also, one of their senior goaltenders, Saren Chrysler, and Sam Zadroga, one of the seniors as well, being recognized. We'll get to that ceremony in just a bit as the ladies are coming out of the locker room here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink, and they are ready to take their spots. We'll also have the national anthem as well, as got the ladies on the ice for the skate around. And we will have girls ice hockey here on Nantucket, something that we thought we wouldn't be able to say about a month ago. But these ladies in their uniforms ready to take the ice and take on Duxbury in just a few moments here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. A reminder, we've got boys basketball going on right now as well. Chris Morris on the call of that. We'll have replays tonight of both this game and the boys basketball game here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. And we thank you for joining us here as we are just about ready to send it down to our PA announcer to get the senior afternoon ceremonies underway here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink.
Welcome to Whalers Hockey. Remember, this is senior recognition night. Our first senior, number 24, Sam Zaroka.
Ladies and gentlemen, our senior class. How about a nice round of applause?
So now we'll have all 3 seniors getting their picture taken, being recognized here on Senior Recognition Afternoon for the 2024-25 Nantucket Whalers girls ice hockey team, which, as we keep mentioning, Brock, didn't think it was going to happen.
Right.
Couple weeks ago, up until about a month ago or so. And the girls pulled together. Andrew McNeely pulled the girls together, and we have ice hockey on the girls' side here on Nantucket. So Hank, the mascot for Nantucket, out there as well, getting his picture taken. And we thank you for joining us here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection this afternoon. Thanks to all of our sponsors as well, as we are just about to get set underway. So we will take a timeout, be back with the opening face-off here this afternoon, right after this from Nantucket Community Ice Rink on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection back after this.
It's a DVD.
Nantucket Ice is about community, camaraderie, confidence, jumping in, and being part of a team. Falling, but getting back up. It's about being part of the culture, friendships, experience. But ultimately, it's about being on the ice. Located in the heart of the island, it's about being a future for our youth, our families, our community. Come join us. Be a part of our community.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Cup. It's over! It's over! The Whalers win! The Whalers win!
Broadcast that premieres once a week during the school year. We have just begun our second season and our first 5 episodes are up and ready to watch.
We cover everything from school news updates, arts and entertainment, sports, and weather.
Weather Word is a student-run production that meets before and after school.
We do our own writing, filming, and editing, you name it.
Please make sure to check us out on the Nantucket High School YouTube channel.
And our Instagram at Whaler_word.
Catch a glimpse of everyday life at the school by watching Whaler Word.
You won't be disappointed.
We look forward to providing you with weekly updates and news. Until next time, remember, stay informed, stay inspired, and most importantly, stay connected, Whalers!
Woo!
Okay, this is Scott Capizzo, and we are here at a spooky, crazy event down at the Coast Guard Station for Halloween. Master Chief, can you tell us what's going on here?
Okay, we have our annual haunted house. Over 1,000 people come every year, a couple of nights. It's all set up in this building behind us. The guys are super excited to see everyone come out, and it's pretty scary this year.
What is your most favorite part about setting up the haunted house?
Well, it's tonight and the last night of it when we really have a lot of fun. We see so many people from the community come out here, and just the thank yous on the way out.
What's your favorite part about being in the Coast Guard?
The best part about the Coast Guard is the people. The people, my crew that I work with, the crews that I've worked with for over 23 years, it's the people that make it happen.
Now, can you tell me about the food pantry and the charity a little bit?
Sure. We just ask for donations, non-perishable food. We collect throughout the night, through all 3 nights, and we bring truckloads over to the pantry here on the island to help out those that might need it throughout the upcoming winter months and stuff. So
it is going to be very cold this winter. Well, thank you very much for talking to us, and we're going to go inside and check it out and get a little freaky.
Oh, God. Oh, hi. Oh, wait, how did he just come out? Oh, that's so scary. No, you go up front. Now you go. Okay. Sorry.
That scared the hell out of me.
Oh, no. Sorry.
You screamed before he even yelled at you. Okay, go in here. Look.
No, I don't want to. I don't want to go in the ship.
And welcome back to the Nantucket Community Ice Rink, the Bog, here on the Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV. I'm DC Collins along with Brock Beamish. We just had senior recognition afternoon here to recognize the seniors for the Whalers as they put a team out on the ice for the 2024-2025 season. Today they will take on the Duxbury Dragons. We'll have the face-off in just a few moments after the starting lineup. So Brock, we talked about how Nantucket has players from all different shapes, sizes, and ages, from seniors all the way down to 7th graders.
Yeah.
What can we expect from this team today? What can we expect from Duxbury, as you mentioned, a powerhouse from the South Shore, no matter what sport they're in?
Right. I mean, yeah, I think Duxbury is, even though it's a JV team, I feel like they're still going to be well coached. They're going to have plenty of players that are going to be on their varsity team in a couple of years. So I think you're going to expect maybe some dominance from Duxbury. But then again, I haven't seen a lot of these girls play, so they could surprise me here.
Yeah, and for Nantucket, they're playing for their team. They're playing for the future. We mentioned they scrapped together this team, put it together. They've got a couple extra games on the schedule. This may be their only home game, but they want to represent the Whalers. And we know when Nantucket comes out to represent, it's not just the team.
Right.
It's the whole community. It's the fans. It's the students. Unfortunately, the boys hockey team is away on the road. We'll try to get you a scoring update from that. And the boys basketball team playing right now, we'll get you a scoring update on that. But for Nantucket, this right here is just partially a miracle with having this many players skate up and be out on the ice on a Saturday afternoon when, as we mentioned, a month ago, 2 months ago, we thought that this season was a complete wash and they wouldn't be able to put anybody out on the ice.
Right.
So we will take one more quick timeout and be back with the starting lineups and the opening face-off from the Bog here on Nantucket in just a moment here on the NSC and NCTV.
For many, the holidays bring friends and family together. But for others, the holidays can bring feelings of isolation, loneliness, stress, anger, or even suicidal thinking. These thoughts and feelings can lead to out-of-control drinking, drug use, or difficulty maintaining sobriety. If you are experiencing any of these triggers, do something about it. Reach out to family, friends, even a sponsor or coach. You don't have to go it alone. So this holiday season, if you feel you need help, reach out.
Nantucket Sports Connection and NCTV over the past few years have done countless broadcasts that are both exciting and professional.
Shot, score! Jack Halleck!
At center, number 4, Bryn Martin. On defense, number 21, Abby Carter. On defense, number 17, Racy O'Connell. And in goal, number 29, Brooklyn Medler. And now for your Whalers, at right wing, number 9, Sophia Yelverton. At left wing, number 2, Sadie Patterson. At center, number 25, Mason Lower. On defense, number 24, Sam Zadroga. On defense, number 13, Alex Weisenthaler. And in goal, number 1, Ruby Mew. And now, ladies and gentlemen, I ask you to please rise and remove your hats for the singing of our national anthem. Today's anthem will be performed by Sadie Patterson and Alex Weisenthaler. You gotta stand kind of close.
That is Sadie Patterson, the junior for Nantucket, along with Alex Weisenthaler, the junior as well, singing our national anthem here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink at the Bog on a Saturday afternoon. Whalers Nation, are you ready? Brock Beamish is he. I'm DC Collins. Thanks for joining us here on the Nantucket Sports Connection with support from Olivia Nascimento, also Chloe Remick and Tanita Siri, and Charles Douglas spinning the dials up top in the loft. 15 minutes up on the board as we get set to go. Whalers in their home white uniforms, navy blue lettering and trim, and also the Duxbury Dragons in green, dark green, with white numerals and letters. They'll be headed right to left, Nantucket left to right. 15 minutes up on the board. The starting goaltender is Ruby Muse, the sophomore, wearing number 1 for the Whalers to our left, and Brooklyn Metzler, the goaltender, wearing number 29 to our right today for Duxbury. This is Nantucket's first official game as a junior varsity squad, so lots of anticipation, lots of expectations, and we'll see what happens, Brock. Just about set to go here on a Saturday afternoon. Want to let you know, right down the street at the John J. O'Neill Gym, Nantucket and English boys basketball. They are tied at 11 as they head towards the end of the first quarter, so they'll probably end before we do. We'll have a final score from right down the street here on Nantucket. Just about set to go, though. Has to take the face-off for Duxbury. It'll be Britton Martin. And stepping in to the center face-off dot is Mason Lower, the senior, for Nantucket. 15 minutes on the board, and we are underway as we welcome you into the broadcast here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. First shot, and that one is sticked away by Muse for Nantucket. As the Whalers look to punch it out of their own zone. Taken there by Duxbury's Martin, though. Martin wearing number 4 gets it back to the near point to O'Connell. O'Connell across ice to Carter. Carter spins away from a defender, now moves from the slot, fires a shot. That one knocked down in front, and Nantucket able to clear it all the way back down. Just underway, 30 seconds in, no score. Dragons get control. As they skated over the blue line, Garrity brings it in offsides. It looks like Burt was in ahead of her over the line, so we get a whistle and a stoppage of play. No score with 14:20 remaining here in the first period. Here's Towles to take the face-off for Duxbury, going up against Shuttleworth. Duxbury controls, swings it into the Nantucket zone, but the Whalers good right there to punch it right back out. Over to the near side of the ice, run underneath our broadcast position here on Nantucket. And slapped along the far boards. Pass up ahead. That's intended for Mateau. Gets past the defender. Can't keep up with it, though. Has control behind the Nantucket net. Looking to pass out to somebody in front. Now it's centered. Goes off a Nantucket stick and into the near corner. Whalers the first to get there, but Myers fans on the clearing attempt. And it's taken away by Duxbury. In the near corner once again. Now another shot. That one knocked down. Loose puck right in the slot there. Picked up by Towles. Sends it back to the near point. Donovan fires the shot. That one knocked down, and the Whalers have it, and they look to steer it ahead. Pass a bit too far, and it goes on to the stick of Fitzsimmons. So you can see Nantucket playing on their heels just a little bit, Brock. A little bit late to the puck. You can see Duxbury definitely has a little extra speed rather than Nantucket here early on. 13-15 remaining here in the first period, just underway, and still no scores. The faceoff is outside of the Nantucket zone. And the Whalers will go back to pick it up. Here's Weisentanner. Thinks about playing it behind her own net. Now she does. Intercepted there by Duxbury. Dragons a centering pass. That one goes through all the way through the slot and out to the far point. And it's held in there, that time by Kingston for Duxbury. She wraps it along the boards along the near side. Puck skirts loose, goes back out to center ice. Here's Prater with it. Plays it along the board, tried to get it to Kingston a bit too far. Dragons, though, intercept and bring it in offside, and that is the third straight offside call against Duxbury. Don't know if it's a miscommunication or just a little bit too much, Brock, of anticipation.
Yeah.
And the puck not getting over the blue line fast enough.
No, I think that's the biggest thing. I think they're rushing to get into the zone faster than the puck's getting there.
Rushing to get that first goal.
Yeah.
And Nantucket catching a break.
Oof.
Little collision right by the Nantucket bench down to our left. And the Whalers have it along the near side. Centering pass, that one knocked down by Myers for Nantucket and cleared out to neutral ice once again. Duxbury has it with a head of steam in over the line. Here's Thompson. Look out. She's got the afterburners on. Thompson now skating behind the net. Actually, that is Carter. Carter centers it over to Thompson. Thompson can't control on her skates. Tries to backhand it towards the net, and it's loose. And picked up there by Weisentanner for Nantucket. Skating in, taking that away is Martin with an aggressive play for Duxbury. Still has it. Now it pops onto the stick and passing it to herself as VC. Couldn't control, though, but Nantucket has it right at neutral ice. 11:45 to go here in the first period. No score. And Nantucket's first game of the season. Dragons play it into the Whalers zone. Now it pops back out. Skating along the far side is Carter. Carter comes in over the line. Carter tries to go behind the net right now for Duxbury. Carter still with it. Plays it behind the net. Gets taken down. No call. There to scoop it up is Martin. Ooh. Martin blows a tire. She is down. Look out. And still down on the ice. Duxbury still has control. They play it to the high slot. And Martin's still slow to get up in the corner. Looks like she might have caught an edge. And she is skating to the bench. Looks like she's okay skating off under her own power. But a scary moment there as she went down awkward right against the corner boards. So because of the injured Dragon player, the faceoff will come outside to the neutral zone, outside of the Nantucket end. And the Whalers win the faceoff. No score with just about 11 minutes to go here in the first period at Nantucket. Puck played back out to the point, unable to hold it in, and look out, here's a breakaway for Duxbury. Garrity in over the line, fires the shot high and wide as it sails off the boards. Centering pass, and it's in the skates of a Nantucket defender, still loose in the slot. Whalers pick it up, clear it back out to the line and over. Duxbury picks it up. They bring it over the line. Skating around behind the net with it. Mettler, and the shot goes in. Deflected, and Duxbury scores first. With 10:27 to go here in the first period, the Dragons jump out to a 1-0 lead. Tough play right there.
Looks like it kind of just snuck through her feet. Ooh, hit off.
Couple deflections.
Yeah, hit off a Nantucket defender.
Looks like Snyder was right there next to the net. It hit off of her skate, and the goalkeeper Muse not prepared for it, and it goes in the back of the net. So an unforced error, you could say, from Nantucket, and that gives Duxbury the lead. 1-0 with 10:27 to play in the first period. Unfortunate bounce for the Whalers. Puck sent into the Nantucket end. Whistle though, and this will be icing against Duxbury, so we'll bring it all the way back to the Dragons end. And we've seen most of the play so far, Brock, in the first period beat towards our left in the defensive zone for Nantucket.
I have not had to move my head a whole lot.
Yeah. So let's see what Nantucket can set up here. This will be the first draw taken inside the Duxbury end. Off of the icing, they play it back to the point. Weisentanner fires a shot. That one deflects to the far corner. Picked up there by Yelverton of Nantucket. Tries to get it back to the point. Controlled there by Patterson. I'm sorry, for Nantucket, that's Frazier, the freshman. Duxbury, though, grabs control, and here come the Dragons. Looking for a 3-on-2 breakaway. Pass up ahead. Look out. In over the line is Sundstrom. Sundstrom gets her stick lifted. Great defensive play there coming back by Frazier, but a whistle and a hooking call against Nantucket. So a little too good of a play there from the Whalers. And so we'll have our first power play this afternoon. Duxbury will have it with 9:52 remaining on the first period clock, and the Dragons up 1-0. Hooking call against Nantucket, and that's Weisentanner, the junior, headed to the bench for 2 minutes. Nantucket able to clear it all the way down, so this will eat off a few seconds of the power play, which has 1:47 remaining on it. Dragons back to pick it up as they play it ahead along the near side. Here's Scott with it. Scott over the center ice line, gets it up ahead. With it now is Hanley, fires the shot. That one deflected. Hanley gets her own rebound, though, goes behind the net. Playing with it there is Nantucket. And Zadroga takes down a player. No call there. Whalers still have control but can't clear it out of their own end. Now back to the far point. This is Carter with it. Carter plays it out of the zone back to neutral ice as O'Connor will just retreat and play it back to Carter. 1:12 remaining on the power play for Duxbury. They lead Nantucket 1-0 with 9 minutes remaining here in the first period. Another player gets taken down. No calls. Nantucket able to clear it out over the blue line back out to the neutral ice area.
Nantucket's gotten lucky because I feel like Duxbury's, their power play has just been super disorganized. Players are running into each other, and they just seem to all be clumping in one area.
Yeah, even with full strength 5 aside, we've seen 3 or 4 offsides penalty or 3 or 4 offsides calls against Duxbury here early on. Back to the point. Here's a shot fired in, knocked down by Nantucket. They lost it in their skates for a moment, but Zadroga able to clear it all the way back down. 32 seconds remaining on the power play for the Dragons. They lead 1-0. 8:22 remaining here in the first period. With a head of steam, this is Martin with it. Martin over the center ice line into the Nantucket zone. Martin still carrying it. Will try to go behind the net. See if she tries to bank it off of anyone. Skates all the way around. Still with it, wearing number 4. Looking like Bobby Orr from back in the day for the Bruins in the 70s. Still with it. Fires the shot and scores. Oh, my.
They called it off.
No, it hit the post. I thought that went in. It rattled around. It went off the post. What a great move by Martin there. She couldn't capitalize. I didn't hear any metal, Brock. I thought that went in the back.
Either. I thought it went top left and then came out. But
yeah, and actually hit the net and popped out. But a break for Nantucket as the power play is over. We're back to 5-a-side full-strength hockey. But my goodness, number 4 in green, Bryn Martin, with some definite high-class skating ability right there. Donovan fires the shot. That one knocked away by Muse, the goalkeeper for Nantucket. Duxbury leading 1-0, down to 7:20 to play here in the first period. In over the line with it is Lower for Nantucket. Tries to center it. That one gets deflected to behind the net. Into the corner. Here's Martin still out there on the ice. Let's see what dipsy doodle move she has this time. Moves it over to the far side. Centering pass there by Garrity. Intercepted by the Whalers. And they're able to clear back out to center ice. It's intercepted there by Prater, though, in green for Duxbury. Prater skating away. And now in over the line with it for Duxbury is Burt. Burt with a pass. That one shot sails wide as it was taken by Towles. Rebound comes out right in front of Muse, able to steer it away. Held in by Duxbury. And the Whalers now pick it up. And we go the other way. Here's Shuttleworth with it. Shuttleworth in over the line, fires the shot, sticking out the glove as Metzler to make the save, though, for Duxbury.
It was a really good shot, just a better save.
Tried to tag that one for the high inside corner. But the goalkeeper puts her glove out, makes the save. Whistle stops play. 1-0 Duxbury, 6:26 to play here in the first period. Towles to take the face-off for Duxbury against Olsen for Nantucket. Olsen, a 7th grader for Nantucket, trying to hold her own there. Taken away, though, by Towles. In over the line, Towles still with it, fires the shot and scores, goes coast to coast. And Ellen Towles puts the Dragons up 2-0 here with 6:15 remaining in the first period. Well, just a bit too fast as we see the replay. She blows by the defense of Nantucket and fires it low and to the far post.
Yeah, she kind of just outskates everybody and then makes it a 1-on-0 with her and the goalie.
So a 2-0 lead for Duxbury. 6:15 to play here in the first period. Sundstrom to take the draw for Duxbury, going up against Lower. Nantucket wins it. Now they still have it. Loses control, though, and here's O'Connell with it. O'Connell skating through the defense, gets it into the Nantucket zone. O'Connell unchecked, tries to center it, and it's still loose right out in front. A few players hit the deck, and now a battle forward to the near corner. Sent down the ice, intercepted there. O'Connell takes it away for the Dragons. Cross ice pass this time to Carter. Carter now will skate in over the line herself. Carter trying to weave her way through the defense. Good poke check away by the Whalers, and Nantucket will have it. This is Patterson with it. Centering pass, dangerous right there. It's knocked away off the stick of Sundstrom. But the Whalers able to clear it all the way back down into the Duxbury end. And you can see right there, on her horse was Carter for the Dragons. Just a little extra speed for almost all these players, Brock, for Duxbury.
Yeah. I mean, that seems to be the way that the game's heading. It's just that we're getting outskated speed-wise.
Motto with it. Gets past the defense. Trying to head her off there is Snyder. Centering pass goes off the outside of the cage. Still loose. That one trickles through the crease. Sent back to the point. That one knocked away off of a few skates. Motto with it. And a backhanded attempt goes through the 5-hole into the back of the net. And Brooke Motto makes it a 3-0 lead for the Duxbury Dragons with 4:51 remaining here in the first period. You can see the goalkeeper for Nantucket, Muse, might have been screened on that. And it went right through her pads and into the back of the net for a 3-0 lead for Duxbury. 4:51 remaining here in the first period. And Nantucket just looking for any kind of momentum here as we close in on the final third of this first period. This one knocked around. Duxbury holds it in right at the blue line. Garrity fires a shot. As Muse makes the save, kicks it to the near corner. Taken away, though. Here's Hanley with it. Hanley trying to set up shop at the lower circle. Back out to the point. Donovan fires a shot. That one deflected, still loose in the crease. And Nantucket will pick it up. Whalers can't clear, though, out of their own zone. 4:10 to play here in the first period. A 3-0 lead for Duxbury. Back out to the far point. And the Whalers able to clear it out. No help right there. Trying to break away was Gamble, but didn't have any support. And so now here comes Duxbury the other way. Battle of 13s right there as Hanley's shot deflects off of Weisentanner's stick. Goes to the corner, now played along the near boards right near the Nantucket bench. And the Whalers looking to send it all the way down. Here's Hanley with it, skating through center ice over the blue line. Nantucket retreats on defense. Hanley still with it, centering pass. Intended for Scott, knocked away. Whalers tried to clear, they can't get it out though. Puck is still loose. We have a loose, looks like a neck guard right near the Nantucket bench. And so the Dragons will skate it right back in, down to 3:20 to play here in the first period. A 3-0 lead for the Dragons. And what is Nantucket's first game of the season overall here at the Bog. This one shoveled in behind the net. Battle for it there. Thompson picks it up for Duxbury, has it taken off her stick. Weisentanner with it right now for Nantucket. Bangs it off the boards, sends it all the way down. This will have enough steam for icing, and so a whistle will stop play.
It was almost in line with the net.
Yeah, almost not. Icing almost waved off as it banged off the board, but Nantucket will have to bring it all the way back into their own end. 2:44 to go in the first period, and a 3-0 lead for Duxbury. This one's sent to the far corner. Wrapped around the boards, Carter holds it in, fires a shot, and Muse made the save, but it trickles over her pads and into the back of the net. And Duxbury now takes a 4-0 lead with 2:33 remaining here in the first period. You can see the shot come in. Muse thought she had it. Looked like it just hopped over her pad and into the back of the net. Tough break for the Whalers, but now they're down 4-0 with 2:33 to play here in the first. Well, there needs to be some momentum for the Whalers here. Maybe try to draw a penalty, go on the power play. We've only had one penalty called so far, and that was against the Whalers. And they did a good job on the penalty kill, but right after that, that's when Duxbury scored their second goal. This one knocked down by Thompson. Whalers have it, though. But here comes Duxbury the other way, 3-on-1 if they hurry. Skating past the defender is Burt. Moves in, Muse makes the save. Bird hits the deck right there, and the Whalers able to clear it to the line and finally get it out. Here comes Nantucket. Here's Shuttleworth with it. Shuttleworth tries to backhand it, goes behind the net. Dragons pick it up there. This is O'Connell trying to skate away from the defender Shuttleworth. And now Duxbury moves ahead right underneath our broadcast position. Now over to the far side of the ice. Here's Martin weaving her way through. Martin top of the right circle. Martin still with it for Duxbury, waiting for the rest of her teammates to join her in a line change. Donovan now with it, centering pass. Tried to get it over to Thompson. Thompson can't catch up to it, and it's sent to the far corner. 85 seconds to go here in the first period, a 4-0 lead for Duxbury. Goes to the side, and now a centering pass. It's intercepted. Here's Fitzsimmons with it. Fitzsimmons still juggling the puck. It's still loose in the slot. Now a shot there ripped by Towles and right into the breadbasket of Muse, who makes the save, and a whistle stops play. That was a rocket. We'll see it on the replay right here. The wrist shot through traffic, and a good job by Muse to keep her eye on it to make the save. So 1 minute remaining here in the first period. Whalers down 4-0 as they'll send it ahead, and this puck will roll on edge. And it has enough steam for icing with 56 seconds remaining here in the first period. The faceoff will come all the way down in the Nantucket end. For the Whalers, it'll be Olsen to take the draw against Towles. Loose puck back to the point. Shot fired in. That went deflected wide of the net. Whalers first to get there as Myers picks it up. Plays it along the boards to Gamble. Gamble fighting her way for it. Still has it. Tried to clear it out, but it gets caught in the Duxbury skates. But now finally punched out back to center ice. Oh, lots of steam right here. Look out. Nice moves by Prater, but her teammate was in offsides, and a whistle stops play. It's almost like Duxbury's getting a little too fancy.
Yeah, I think that they've realized that that just their regular stuff has been working, so they're kind of extending what they're doing.
So face-off outside of the Nantucket end. Puck weaves its way along the blue line. And now here's Sundstrom with it. Sundstrom moving in, fires the shot. Muse makes the save, rebound, and she covers up just in time. A couple of Duxbury players on the doorstep, but a round of applause from the Nantucket bench as Muse, the goaltender for the Whalers, makes another save. Face off to the right in the Nantucket end. Goes back to the blue line, shot. That one knocked down. As we've got just about 15 seconds to go here in the first period, Duxbury with a 4-0 lead. Dragons intercept. Taking it in is Sundstrom, and the buzzer sounds. And we have reached the end of the first period here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink. Our score, Duxbury 4 and Nantucket 0. Down the street over at John J. O'Neill Gymnasium, Whalers boys basketball team leading 32-27 over English High School. We'll keep you updated throughout that game as well and bring you a final before we are done here. So Brock, before we go to break, obviously we mentioned this is Nantucket's first game overall throughout the entire season. Right. This team, Duxbury, along with almost every other team in Massachusetts, has had a few games under their belt.
Right.
Not a bad showing for Nantucket. You can see they still have a little bit of rust. But overall, trying to hold strong with Duxbury through the first 15 minutes.
Yeah, I think the biggest thing is just not letting. They're getting a lot of odd man rushes where it's just 3 Duxbury people on offense facing like 1 Nantucket defender, and you can't have that. You're doing a disservice to your goalie by letting that happen.
Yeah, better communication, a little bit better line shifting as well for Nantucket.
Right.
So we'll see what's in store for Nantucket and Duxbury in the second period. We'll take an extended timeout. Be back with second period action right now at the end of 1. It's Duxbury 4 and Nantucket 0. You are watching Whalers girls ice hockey right here on NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. We're back to the Nantucket Community Ice Rink in just a few moments here on NCTV and in the NSC.
The Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com.
NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
What is Stroll? Wow, it's about the feelings of Christmas. I've said for many years that Norman Rockwell himself could not have thought up a better weekend festival, truly. It's magnificent. Christmas Stroll in Nantucket is full of good feelings, full of Christmas spirit. It is a lot of happy faces. It is generally a party vibe, especially with the visitors. A lot of folks get dressed up. It's sort of like the kickoff, I think, for so many people to feel what's coming, to feel Christmas, and to embrace it.
Stroll was started 50 years ago by the Chamber of Commerce as a way to thank the local people and to get them involved and to encourage them to shop local.
There's no question that it is very good for business.
Well, Marcia may be going to spend a lot of money here. I'm just along to try to keep her from doing that.
Back then, the electricity to man the trees was sort of looped from lamppost to lamppost above ground. We would all be stationed at a certain corner and listen to someone saying, flip the switch. And we literally would flip switches on certain street corners.
That went on for a long time.
It went on for a very long time.
Yeah, that didn't end.
And,
there was always flip the switch.
You sort of crossed your fingers and hoped they would all go on.
And occasionally it didn't. Once in a while, the big tree didn't go on and there was a scramble.
And we got so good at it that people from off island started coming here to shop. So that's what I think is wonderful.
Well, I think it was a way for the community to come together. We have the best backdrop ever of Main Street. It is the most picturesque with the trees and wreaths and window boxes. I mean, it was a beautiful location.
The Nantucket Stroll's magic. It was just a really, really sweet, small town experience. So I started photographing Stroll probably in the early 80s. And, you know, it was incredibly magical. This town just does it up, and in such a beautiful way. It was very inspiring for me to photograph, and especially if we got snow.
So it's about 150 trees, 55 trees. So this process typically takes us, it's about 7 people for 7 days installing the trees and the lights, including the big tree up on Main Street. You know, so it's a pretty good undertaking, and we still have to continue to do other things as well. So it's a daunting task, but we enjoy it, we love it.
I'm just always blown away by the themes people do come up with that I would never think of. I love how everyone's an individual, and you just walk around looking at the trees, like, that's great. I never would have thought of it.
The biggest event is to collect Santa Claus off of the Coast Guard cutter from the North Pole.
When I come to Nantucket, I like to come the slow way with my friends from Coast Guard Station Brand Point.
For the station, it ends up being kind of an all-hands thing. And we get to bring Santa over to the Highline Pier where there's a huge crowd of people waiting for us to drop him off. He hops on what I believe is the Nantucket Hotel's fire truck and gets brought up Main Street.
I have so much fun on the fire truck. I look forward to being with Santa and his trusty elf. We see all the happiness around us. It's a really cool experience.
And it's easy to photograph too, because everyone's super happy. Yeah. Everyone has smiles on their faces. Everyone is festive.
There's some other events around town that weekend that are associated with Stroll, with Christmas Stroll. The Festival of Trees at the Historical Association, Whaley Museum.
So we are extremely proud of Jolly Jam. It is a Skate with Santa event. We also have performances, holiday music, cookies, cocoa, activities.
As any undertaking such as this, as you can imagine, it takes quite a few people.
Because it is certainly a collaborative effort, from our collaboration with the town of Nantucket to our members and sponsors, down to the people who volunteer. So many bodies move and make this force that is known as Nantucket Christmas Stroll happen. What I've heard people take away from Stroll is a great time. We still kind of try to stick to the roots of community, and I feel like that's what makes our Stroll a bit more unique as far as what the magic of Christmas that we try to bring to the island. What I hope that they take away is lots of local commerce. I want their bellies full of local food. I want their shopping bags full of local goods for their family. And I want their hearts full of all that local love, for sure.
It is very festive. It's like an old-fashioned Christmas. Everyone really comes and gets in the spirit of it, especially my regular customers dressed with Santa Claus hats on.
We also have the ugly sweater competition, which is of course a lot of fun. There are awards for the best dressed groups that come out to visit, or local people that get together collectively. Carolers are always incredibly well prepared, beautiful singing with the Victorian garb, sort of the final touch on Christmas Stroll.
Accidentals and Naturals is a group of select students that are in chorus.
We are very Hallmark. It's a little scary how Hallmark we are.
I love the tradition of Stroll because it is so much about community.
It's always been very cheerful, and people are walking up and down Main Street speaking to everybody. It's just joyous to watch everybody happy, strolling around, buying, and looking forward to seeing Santa walk up Main Street.
It's a very warm event. There's no animosity, no arguments. This is the time of year when we all come together.
Happy 50th Christmas Stroll, Nantucket! Ho, 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 ho!
Back here at the Bog, Nantucket Community Ice Rink, getting ready to start the second period of play. Duxbury with a 4-0 lead over the Nantucket Whalers. I'm DC Collins, along with Brock Beamish. We've got Olivia Nascimento on camera, also Chloe Remick and Tanita Siri, and of course spinning the dials, keeping us on the air, Charles Douglas. 4-0 Duxbury leads, 15 minutes up on the board as we are set to start the second period of play. Down the road at the gym right now, they are ready to start the third quarter, and the Nantucket Whalers boys basketball team leads English High School 32-27. We will have a final score on that game for you before we sign off here. Nantucket in the white and blue uniforms going right to left as we start the second period of play. 15 minutes underway. Duxbury with a 4-0 lead. So, Brock, we talked about a couple of mistakes by Nantucket.
Yeah.
A couple of ugly goals scored by Duxbury. It just seems like the Dragons are a little bit faster, and Nantucket has to get away from giving up the odd girl rushes, the 2-on-1s and the 3-on-1s.
Yeah, and I think it just shows the experience of the Duxbury team rather than these younger 7th and 8th graders on the Nantucket team. It just seems like they have more game experience.
And since it's such a flowing Hockey is such a flowing game. It's not like
Yeah.
basketball where you can mark your player, mark
Right.
your man, mark your girl. You got to anticipate where the puck's going to go and where you're.
Yeah, it's ever changing.
Yeah, where the skater's going to be at too, depending
Right.
upon the deflection that the puck's wrapped around the boards.
Right.
So Nantucket sends it in. Again, they are going right to left across your TV and computer screens this afternoon. The puck gets tied up by the official right along the Nantucket bench underneath us. Whalers will send it down. That's Yelverton as the Whalers go for a line change. Duxbury sends it up, gets it across neutral ice. And it's intercepted, though, and Nantucket will try to go the other way. Back in the Whalers' end, picking it up is Weisentanner. Plays it up along the boards, and this will... Well, icing is waved off, so play will continue. As Duxbury sends it along the boards. It's intercepted. Here's a shot, and that one taken there by the Whalers' Shuttleworth. Save made there by the goalkeeper, Brooklyn Medler, for Duxbury. Along the far side. Saved at the blue line by the Whalers. Picked up by Duxbury's Casey O'Connell. Skates behind her own net, now reverses. And we'll play it along to Carter. Carter with it for Duxbury. Dragons with a 4-0 lead with 13 minutes to play in the second period. Coast to coast, this is Carter with it. Skates all the way behind the net, waits for her teammates to come off the bench for a line change. Shot fired there by Calentro. And that goes off a Nantucket skate and skips to the near corner. Whalers battling for it there. Sent behind the Whalers net. First one to get to it, though, for Duxbury is Calentro again. Whalers try to play it along the far boards. VC had it for a moment. And now Duxbury has it, shot, score, top shelf. Calentro, who was out on the ice for a while, puts it past the goalkeeper Muse, and it's now a 5-0 lead for Duxbury with 12:19 to play here in the second period.
Yeah, looking at the replay, it just looks like a good shot. I mean, I don't know how the goaltender could have played it any better.
Again,
just
Whalers
got up and above.
Yeah, Whalers with a tough time clearing out of their own zone, though. So a 5-0 lead for the Dragons. Whalers play it down into the Duxbury end. Wrapped off the boards by Fitzsimmons. Whalers have it at their own blue line, play it back to neutral ice. Still a battle for it for the Blue Lions. Now the puck poked in to the Whalers' end. Backhanded by Snyder off the boards. Can't clear it out, though. Intercepting it is Towles. Towles in green for Duxbury. Goes behind the net now to the near corner. To Fitzsimmons. Fitzsimmons centering pass, and right on the doorstep was Calentro again, looking for a second goal in under a minute. Couldn't control it off of her stick, and now the Whalers finally will punch it out to neutral ice. To the near side with it for Duxbury, that's Fitzsimmons. Along the near boards. Fitzsimmons still has it, now moves it up ahead. Here's Towles with it, skating down the slot. Hands it off, this time a shot. And that one was taken by Calentro. Knocked away, and the Whalers able to skirt it free out to neutral ice once again. 5-0 lead for Duxbury as we've got 11:10 to play here in the second period. Nice move right there, getting taken down off the backhand was Donovan as the puck slips to the near corner. Still on the Whalers' end. Played across the ice. And slipping down for a moment there was Graham for the Whalers. Now another shot, that one knocked down right in the slot. Good defensive play there by Zadroga, one of the seniors, one of the captains on this Nantucket team. Whalers, though, still can't clear it out of their own zone. Taken this time by Mato. Now Nantucket will push it ahead out to neutral ice. Whalers need a line change, and a couple players will go to the bench, but here comes Duxbury, 2-on-1 if they hurry. On the far side. Pass up ahead, that goes to Sundstrom. Sundstrom with a backhanded opportunity, saved by Muse. Rebound goes right back out to O'Brien. She tries to find her teammate in the corner, and the Whalers clear it out right to the blue line, sent back in. Delayed offside, but the Whalers pick it up and are able to go the other way. Ten minutes to play here in period number 2. Duxbury with a 5-0 lead over the Whalers. In over the line with it is Kingston for Duxbury. Fires a shot and Muse makes the save. As the rebound goes behind the net. Whalers will try to reverse it, try the opposite side of the ice. They clear it all the way down. This should have enough steam for icing as the official blows the whistle and stops play with 9 minutes and 38 seconds to play here in the second period, and a 5-0 lead for Duxbury. Hanley will take the draw for Duxbury. It's won, though, by Shuttleworth for Nantucket. Shuttleworth has it. Has some help if she can get it up ahead, but it gets caught in her skates. She does manage to bring it in onsides over the blue line in the Duxbury end, but the Dragons will take control right at their own goal line at the far side. Nantucket trying to move it deeper. Taken away by the Dragons, though, and pushed up ahead. And now here's Hanley with it. Fires the shot. That one sails wide off the boards. Whalers pick it up. They've got numbers if they hurry. Here's Vesey. Pass up ahead just a bit too far for Shuttleworth. Shuttleworth will go and chase it. Working against Kingston. Centering pass. Nantucket with an opportunity. Dragons right there to move it out of harm's way. In over the line with it is Thompson. Whalers intercept, try to bang it along the near boards. And they do get it out to neutral ice. Taken away by Duxbury, though, as O'Connell has it in her own end. O'Connell skates to the far side of the ice for Duxbury. Now weaving her way through the neutral zone. In over the line. Still with it. Here's O'Connell. Goes to the back of the net, looking for someone out in front. Duxbury just looking to tee off right now as they're very spread apart. Whalers knock the puck down, and they finally do clear it back out to center ice. Here's Vesey with it. Gets double teamed as she tries to move through. Could have been an interference call, but the whistle is not blown. Nantucket still has it. Here's a shot in the pads of the goalkeeper, Mettler. And she'll cover up and make the save. 5-0 Duxbury with 8 minutes to play in period number 2. First real good rush we've seen in a while there from the Whalers. I think it's only the first or second shot on goal from the Whalers too in this period, Brock.
Yeah, but it definitely feels like the momentum shifting back towards their favor, at least back on their side somewhat. But Duxbury has done a really good job of setting up and spreading out, which is something that I'm assuming that their coaches addressed in the locker room in between periods.
Yeah, and as we mentioned right before the start of the second period, Nantucket just not familiarizing themselves with where the puck's going.
Right.
Who to mark, who to cover when Duxbury comes in over the line.
Yeah.
There's a lot more green jerseys that are spread out where you see a lot of white and blue jerseys sort of bunched together right in front of the net.
Right.
Perfect example right here.
Right.
You had 3 players standing right in front of the goalkeeper. And that shot hits a body in front, so good job of the defense of Nantucket for knocking it down and clearing it all the way back down into the Dragons' end. Donovan to pick it up for Duxbury, plays it along the far boards. A couple of ricochets, and it's still loose at neutral ice. Just over 7 minutes to play here in period number 2. Duxbury with a 5-0 lead over the Whalers. Remember, for Nantucket, this is their JV squad. It's their first game overall this season, home or away, for the 2024-2025 season. So trying to hold their own here on their home ice. Wrapped around by Martin. Kept in by the Whalers, though, and that puck deflects. And it goes off of the glove of Mettler to the corner, and now Duxbury has it. 2-on-2. Duxbury still with it. That's Burt with a pass up ahead. Picked up, though, by Zadroga for Nantucket. Plays it along to Rowan Paul, one of the freshmen wearing number 10 for the Whalers. Knocked around a few times, and now in over the line is Martin. Martin fires the shot. That one sails high and wide over the crossbar. And the Whalers clear it all the way down, and this should be icing against Nantucket. It is, as the clock stops with 6:05 remaining here in period number 2. And the Dragons with a 5-0 lead over Nantucket. Down the street at the gym, English High School has now jumped ahead of Nantucket. English leads 59-47 at the start of the fourth quarter.
Geez, one quarter really changed everything.
Yeah, Whalers led 32-27 at halftime, but English goes on a run. Scores 27, outscores Nantucket by 27 to, I'm trying to do the math, 27-20, and they've got a 59-47 lead. Start of the fourth quarter. We'll get you a final. Yeah, my math wasn't that good. Brock's looking at me like, how can addition to subtraction? Yes. That's why I do this. Instead of solve the world's problems or a rocket scientist. Nantucket has it as they push it into the Duxbury end. Clock running, 5:25 to go, period number 2. Duxbury up 5-0. Whalers just looking for something right now. They've only had about 2 shots on goal here in this second period. It has been all Duxbury. Pushed up ahead, loose puck, who's got it? It goes into the goaltender, Mettler, and she'll take it away, and a backhanded opportunity for Nantucket. Oh, right on the doorstep was Donovan. It was misplayed by the goalkeeper. Donovan had a wide open net, but sent the backhander just high and wide. That's what they need.
Yep.
Just one to get the confidence going, which would be actually the first goal of the season for the Whalers.
Right.
Duxbury takes it behind their net. Whalers go for a line change. Played along the boards right near the Nantucket bench, and a player slipped and actually hit her mask on the door that opens up. The puck was tangled up at the Nantucket bench. Now plays at the far end of the ice. And Nantucket with an opportunity for a 2-on-1 just out of the reach of Lower. Patterson now picks it up. Knocked away by Duxbury. Kept in, though, by the Whalers. Patterson has someone right out in front. Oh, and the shot goes right into the glove of the goalkeeper, Mettler.
I mean, it seems like they're inching closer and closer. They're one bump away, and it's.
Yeah, Yelverton was right there on the doorstep, kind of cherry picking, looking for a rebound or a pass.
Right.
And almost had it. So 4 minutes to play, second period, 5-0 lead for Duxbury. And here come the Dragons on their way out. O'Connell with it over the blue line. O'Connell skates behind the net. Gives it off that time to Kingston. Her shot goes wide of the net. 3:45 to play in the second period. A 5-0 lead for the Dragons as the Whalers clear it out of their own end back to center ice. To the near side it goes. Whalers intercept. Send it down. Not enough steam for icing as Mateau picks it up. Skates behind her own net. Giveaway right there. An interception by Thompson, or right there by Olsen for Nantucket. Whalers can't control though, and the puck is taken by Duxbury into the Whalers' end. Pass all the way across the ice. Whalers the first to get there. They try to clear it out along the near boards. Can't do so. This time it's Sundstrom. Has the puck, gets taken down. Still loose right at the blue line along the far side. And the Dragons will just whip it in behind the Nantucket end, or the Nantucket net, rather. Graham with it. That shot goes off of Muse. Looked like it went off of her blocker pad. Loose stick, that's for a Nantucket defender. Picks it back up, though. Now a Nantucket player gets taken down, hitting the deck. That's Gamble. Still with it, though, is Sundstrom behind the net for Duxbury. Gets it back out to Kingston, top of the near circle. Now back over to Sundstrom. And the puck is still loose. It's taken this time by Carter. Carter has it. Goes behind the Whalers' net. Carter looking for someone out in front. That one is deflected wide. Picked back up, though. Here's Carter again. Fires a shot. That one knocked down by a Whalers body in front.
And she's got it back.
And Carter still with it. Centering pass. Carter hits the deck again. Whalers finally pick it up, and they'll bank it off the near boards and out of the zone and look for a line change. Second period, though, so Nantucket has to go further for their line change, and they keep the bodies out on the ice. Shot whistles high over Muse. Down to 1:45 to go in the second period. Duxbury with a 5-0 lead. Sent out to center ice. Loose puck right underneath where we're broadcasting from. As Duxbury looking for a line change. Down to 1:25 to go in the second period. A 5-0 lead for the Dragons. Nantucket's done a good job. Remember, it was 4-0 Duxbury at the end of the first period. They've only given up 1 goal, but now a penalty will be called with 1:14 remaining, and it will go against Nantucket. A hooking call going against number 12, Phoebe Fitch, 7th grader for the Whalers. So Duxbury, if everything goes smoothly, will have a power play for the rest of the second period leading into the third period if they don't score. Duxbury 0 for 1 on the power play. This is only the second penalty called of this match. And the Whalers able to clear it out over the blue line. Duxbury will reset. Here's Fitzsimmons bringing it in over the blue line. Knocked away. Shot deflected. And the Whalers pick it up. Turn it over, though, and here's Duxbury the other way. And a shot taken there by Thompson. She fanned on it, got taken down. Whalers trying to clear. They cannot do so, though, as it's saved in at the line by Hanley. Hanley fires a shot. That one hit the mask of the goalkeeper, Muse, and deflects to the far side. Another shot.
They're just ripping shots left and right now.
Yeah, Nantucket unable to clear. We're down to 20 seconds to go in the second period. 1:05 to go on the power play for Duxbury. Dragons have had it in the Nantucket zone the entire time. Whalers still looking to clear as we're down to 10 seconds to play here in period number 2. A 5-0 lead for Duxbury. Skating around with it this time is Hanley. Down to 2 seconds. One last shot upcoming, but they're not going to get it off as Fitzsimmons will skate around with it. And the buzzer sounds, and we've reached the end of the second period here at the Nantucket Community Ice Rink. Our score, 5-0. Duxbury on top of Nantucket at the end of the second period. The Dragons will have 47 seconds remaining on their power play to start the third period of play. 5-0 lead for Duxbury. Brock, 4-0 it was Duxbury after 1 period of play. So Nantucket, as we mentioned, holding their own here in the second period of play. Duxbury might have lessened up on the throttle a little bit.
I think just a little.
But I think also Nantucket learned a lot from those first 15 minutes about spacing and who to cover.
Right. I think that was the biggest thing from the first period to the second period was they were knowing their assignments. They were knowing who they had to be on in certain situations. And they also just did a better job controlling it when they were going into the opponent's zone. They definitely had a lot more time in the opponent's zone than the first period.
And Muse, the goaltender for the Whalers, seemed a little bit more relaxed in that second 15 minutes rather than the first period where she was. And she also got peppered with shots in the final minute and a half here with Nantucket being on the penalty kill.
Right. I also think her defense did a really good job, just blocking shots for her. Like, as you saw over here.
Sacrificing.
Yeah, sacrificing, but not letting it get to your goalie. Like, after a certain amount of goals, as a defense, you have to come together and be like, all right, we're not doing something well enough. And they did that for the second quarter, the second period.
Blocking the shooting lanes, blocking the passing lanes as well.
Right.
So we'll see if Nantucket can muster up any offense and put one in the back of the net in the third period. We'll take an extended timeout. We'll be back. We'll give you an update on the boys' basketball score as well. Last we had, they were trailing English going into the fourth quarter. Right here, though, at the Bog, Duxbury 5, Nantucket 0. The Dragons will have a power play of 47 seconds, or 39 seconds, 47 seconds to start the third period. When we start the third period, when we come back on NCTV and the NSC. Back after this.
Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank its founding sponsor, the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, whose mission is to promote the positive development and enrichment of Nantucket's children. For more information on the Nantucket Golf Club Foundation, go to nantucketgolfclub.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Highline Cruises, providing year-round high-speed service to Nantucket since 1996. For more info, visit highlinecruises.com.
Support for the NSC provided in part by Myrick O'Connell, attorney at law, providing legal services for Massachusetts residents for over a century. Learn more at myrickoconnell.com. NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection would like to thank our Nantucket business sponsors for their support of today's Whalers broadcast.
Hi, I'm Jackie Van Yon, also known as Fantastic Mr. Fox, and I will be hosting this year's 2024 Halloween Parade in downtown Nantucket. Let's check it out. All right, today I'm being joined by Jackie Ganella and Chelsea Denby. And we are sat in front of the Blue Beetle, handing out candy to the local kids. What is your favorite Nantucket Halloween tradition?
My favorite tradition is the Main Street Parade. I love it.
Right now we are enjoying the annual Halloween Parade. Alrighty, today I am here with Nantucket's Fire Department. You are?
Owen West. Tyler Schultz.
All right, thank you guys for joining me today. What is your favorite part about Nantucket's Halloween?
Probably this parade. It's a great time. Kids get to have some candy. It's a good time.
Right. And what is your favorite Halloween candy?
Almond Joys.
Almond Joys. I haven't heard that one yet. What's your favorite Halloween candy?
Reese's.
Reese's. Okay. And besides the parade on Main Street, what's your favorite costume that you've seen today?
Oof. Honestly, for the mustache, probably Mario.
Okay. All right. And what's your favorite costume that you've seen today?
I saw a couple dressed up as buoys. Thought that was pretty creative.
Alrighty, right now I'm joined with the president of the chamber, Peter Burke. And what is your Halloween costume today?
I am 3-Hole Punch Jim or 3-Hole Punch Pete from The Office.
All right, that's very clever. Love it.
Came up with it last night.
Ah, nice. All right, and what is the favorite costume that you've seen downtown this year?
I was a sneak peek. We were judges. The chamber threw their hats in the ring as a team of judges for this Halloween contest. Every costume is awesome.
What is your favorite tradition of Nantucket, especially during Halloween? What's your favorite activity to do?
I mean, this Main Street stroll is something special. I know holiday stroll we're getting ready for, but the Halloween, Main Street shutdown, this is about as community as it gets. There's a lot of people come in from out of town for Stroll and Daffodil. We love those things because we're the chamber. We love them. Halloween, this just feels like everyone on the island is here and all the families and, the weather's it's perfect. So
it was a perfect day for it.
You can't beat it. It's everyone's in a good mood and candy. I mean, who doesn't love free candy?
We start the third period of play from the Nantucket Ice Rink, the Bog. I'm DC Collins along with Brock Beamish.
Quick whistle.
Thanks for joining us. 14:50 to go in the third. Duxbury up 5-0 and a quick start to this third period because Duxbury's got to catch a boat. We will give you an update of the boys basketball score once we get it. English was leading Nantucket by about 12 points to start the fourth quarter. As soon as we get that final score, we'll let you know. Here it's Duxbury 5 and Nantucket 0. Duxbury in the green and white uniforms. Whalers in their home white and blue uniforms as well. Whalers headed left to right across your TV screen and computer screen. And still 10 seconds to go on the power play for Duxbury. Only 2 penalties have been called against the Whalers this afternoon. Duxbury 0 for 1 on the power play, make it 0 for 2 as this penalty is about to expire. And Fitch headed out of the box to join the 4 to make 5, and we're back to full strength 5-a-side hockey here for this third period of play. Play right underneath us as the Whalers look to punch it in to the Duxbury zone. They do, but it's picked up there by Burt. Now playing it out. That time it's O'Connell. Across to Carter. Carter moves it up. And it's played into the Nantucket end as Duxbury will go for a line change. Down to 13 minutes and 40 seconds to play in the third period. It's been all Dragons. They went into the locker room after the first period with a 4-0 lead, scored one more in the second period, and that's where we stand, 5-0 Duxbury right now. Over the line with it is Towles. Fires the shot, Muse makes the save, steers it aside along the near side. Whalers with it, trying to clear, wrap it around the boards, but it's intercepted there by Mateau for Duxbury. Spinning with it is Carter. Carter gets it back to the far point. Shot sent in, that one sails wide. Another loose neck guard to the right of the goalkeeper, Muse, in the Whalers' end.
I don't know why they keep losing those things. Maybe they're not on tight enough.
Yeah, I thought, though, that was a stoppage of play if you lose the neck guard. I know that happens with the goaltender.
I would think. No, the neck guard's more of a MIA thing. They're trying to stop like any sort of cuts or incisions on the neck.
So a loose piece of equipment in the Whalers' end. Whalers clear it all the way down, and not enough steam for icing. Duxbury looking to move up. A giveaway, though, and it's right on the stick of Myers. Myers really didn't know what to do with it. She had it right at the blue line, wide open. Now Duxbury comes the other way. Shot! And that one was deflected wide. Pinching in to save that is Donovan in the zone. Now another shot there taken by Towles. That one is deflected wide. Another shot up high, and that goes off the glove of Muse. Another shot. Muse has it right in front. Puts her glove on it to make the save, and a whistle stops play. A 5-0 lead for Duxbury. 12:07 to play here in the third period. And right now, midway through the fourth quarter, 69-63, English leading the Whalers boys basketball team right down the street. Midway through the fourth, hopefully we'll have a final score for you there, and hopefully the Whalers can mount a comeback. 11:48 to play here in the third period, and Duxbury with a 5-0 lead, still putting pressure on the Whalers in the Nantucket end. Whalers moving ahead, though. This is lower, backhands it into the zone, loose puck. Duxbury the first ones to get there. Dragons have it behind their own net. Moving it up along the far boards, pass goes astray. It was intended for Mateau. Couldn't handle it, though, and now Nantucket has it. Here's Yelverton, some room to work with, but good job on defense of Duxbury getting back right there. That's what we talked about. Fitzsimmons, and also, that was Fitzsimmons that just closed so quickly on Yelverton.
Yeah.
We thought Yelverton had a couple of strides to move, some freedom.
She kind of snuffed out the possession, though.
But Fitzsimmons right behind her to rub her out of the play. 10:53 to go in the third. 5-0 lead for Duxbury. Whalers have the puck. They'll bang it along the boards right near their own bench, and this will have enough steam for icing as the puck goes on end.
Now that we have a stoppage of play, I just wanted to talk about the Whalers boys hockey game against Northeast Metro. Found out that the score was 7-0, so similar to what we had at home. But from what I've heard, CJ had a pretty good game in net. I think it's his first game back full-time in net. There were a couple of games over the break. But the boys Whaler team still looking for their first win, something that couldn't even imagine saying last year. But
yeah, lost a lot of great players there. Right. They're trying. They lose to Metro today, as Brock just told you. 7-0 Metro over the boys Whalers team. We'll have a few more boys hockey games for you here on NCTV and the NSC, but part of the rebuilding process.
Right.
The aches and pains of that sometimes, but at least they have a team just like today.
Right.
We didn't think we'd be standing up here broadcasting a girls hockey game for Nantucket.
Yeah, a couple of months ago.
Yeah. So good job by the Whalers athletic department to get these teams at least out on the ice. And again, we'll give you a boys basketball final score against English when we had it. They were trailing by 6 points midway through the fourth quarter, and we'll give you a final as soon as we get it here. And both of those games will be replayed tonight on NCTV, Comcast Channel 1072, and also the replay available on the Nantucket Sports Connection on YouTube. We've got 9:47 remaining here in the third period. Another goal, a great move right there by Brooke Hanley, number 13 for Duxbury, to put the Dragons ahead 6-0 here in the third period.
There's just nothing you can do about that. That was a off the backhand, gloves, like, got it around the glove.
Yeah.
Just a great shot.
Skated right past the defender, too, and
right
up top. And it looks like we are going to have running time here because this is a junior varsity game, and it looks like Duxbury has to catch a boat to get back to the mainland.
After a score of 6-point differential, then it becomes a running clock.
And so that's what we'll have here as the clock keeps ticking away. We're down to 9 minutes to go here in the third period. And Duxbury with the puck, moving right to left in their green jerseys. Dragons bang it off the wall on the far side, kept into the zone. Now played to the far corner, it goes behind the net. With it this time is that is Martin. Great skating ability, as we mentioned in the first period. All the way to the blue line, now fires the shot. That one goes up high. It was knocked down there by Zadroga of Nantucket. And the Whalers able to punch it out back to neutral ice. Played right back in, though, by Garrity. Nope. Stolen away. And now they'll try the near side. Here's O'Connell with it. Whalers knock it down. Vesey had it in her skates, tied up, and now we go the other way. This is O'Connell with it, 1-on-2. O'Connell to the high slot, fires the shot, and that one just sails wide over the crossbar. Clearing attempt by the Whalers, they can't get it out. Another shot, Muse makes the save with her pad. Back to the near point. Martin with it. Martin being bumped off the puck by Fitch. Martin still with it for Duxbury, and the puck goes in. It goes off of Muse and into the back of the net. And now the Dragons with a 7-0 lead with 7:45 to play here in the third period. Tough break right there. Muse tried to hold on to the post, and it went up and over a pad and into the back of the net with 7:49 remaining in the third period. Now a 7-0 lead for the Dragons.
It looks like they're making a goalie switch too.
So the senior for Nantucket, Saren Chrysler, will come into the net as Ruby Muse, the sophomore, will head to the bench, being replaced. Good to see the senior getting some playing time here on senior recognition afternoon at the Bog. Dragons with it, centering pass. Skips away. Duxbury still with it, spinning away with the puck as Towels. And now it goes to the blue line, and that one shot in there just wide by Donovan. Whalers looking to get it over their own blue line. They finally do, but again, it's intercepted, and Fitzsimmons has it at the blue line. Nantucket to the near side. Duxbury intercepts. Now back along the near boards. And rolling on edge into the Duxbury end. Played to the far point. Nantucket unable to hold it in, and here comes Duxbury the other way. Goes onto the stick, though, of Weisentanner. Intercepted. Dragons have it. Pass over this time to Mateau. Couldn't handle it, otherwise she wanted to fire it top shelf. Has it behind the net. Now it goes to the slot. That shot. The new goaltender in Chrysler makes the pad save. Now another shot. That one from the point. Kick save and a beauty there from Chrysler, as she is tested early on in her tenure between the pipes for Nantucket. We're down to 5:33 to play here in the third period at a 7-0 lead, making it an 8-0 lead as that one gets past Chrysler, and putting it in the back of the net for the Dragons is Ella Taus. Well, as we mentioned, this is Nantucket's first overall game to start the season. Chrysler just came in just a few moments ago in relief of Muse. Made two great saves, but when you get peppered with shots, one of them's bound to go into the back of the net. And that's what happened right there. So the clock's still running with 5 minutes to play in regulation and an 8-0 lead for Duxbury. Dragons have it. Pass goes astray. Nantucket with a 2-on-2 opportunity if they can hurry. Olsen had it for a moment. And And it goes behind the net. And so Duxbury will pick it up. And still held in, and now Nantucket will punch it out to neutral ice. So this is Soren's first year playing. She started playing goalie just before Christmas. So put your feet into the fire, even though it's ice hockey. Another goal scored by Duxbury with 4 minutes and 20 seconds to play here in the third period. And that one put in the back of the net by Bree Scott, wearing number 11. So it's up to a 9-0 lead for the Dragons with 4 minutes to go, running clock here in the third period. But again, congratulations goes out to the Whalers for just putting a team on the ice.
Right.
We know the complications. We talked about it in the pregame. Lost a lot of players from last year.
Yeah.
Tried to recruit some of the 7th and 8th graders from the other Nantucket schools. Some of the players on the ice now have club hockey commitments.
Not to mention boarding schools. There's probably 5 or 6 girls that'd probably still be here if it weren't for playing elsewhere.
Yeah, the recruiting on the mainland as well. Believe me, I went to a Catholic school. I know all about that,
Yeah.
you know. Hey, we're great in sports. So why is that? Because you get players from 45 minutes away. And,
yeah.
you know, that's what it's like. Unfortunately, sometimes living on an island. But congratulations to Coach McNeely and the rest of the coaching staff for putting a team out on the ice. And who knows, get a little momentum going, see what happens towards the rest of the year. And you might have 20 to 25 players that want to be. You might have a bench that's full.
Right.
And have to turn people away or say, no, you're going to be on the JV team. So tough for an island with the students and the, you know, just the numbers. That's what it comes down to, is numbers.
Well, and if you think about the boys varsity program, like Griffin was playing in 8th grade. Like if you have a goaltender that starts in 8th grade and build his way up. By the time they get to senior year, like senior, junior year, like these girls are going to have the experience that other programs have.
Yeah, you see a lot and you also learn a lot.
Right.
By getting that ice time, which
Right.
you go to some of these bigger schools around Massachusetts or anywhere in the country, and you know you're riding the pine until your senior year.
Right.
And why is that? Well, because the guy in front of you, the girl in front of you, was so good, and he just graduated. There's another shot that goes to the back of the net. Another goal for Duxbury. Credit that one to Brooke Hanley. And with 2 minutes and 20 seconds to go, the Dragons now just running away with this one. It's a 10-0 lead for Duxbury. Remember, Nantucket gave up 4 goals in the first period, only gave up 1 in the second.
Right.
But right now, they're just taking off against Nantucket. So we're down to just under 2 minutes remaining here at the Bog, a 10-0 lead for the Dragons. And indeed, we saw how that can affect the boys team with everybody graduating last year. And how the boys are struggling. They lost 7-0 to Metro earlier this afternoon. We have a final score from down the street. 72-65. English beats the Nantucket boys basketball team. So Nantucket loses 72-65. Nantucket gave up 32. English scored 32 points in the third quarter, as now we have an injured Duxbury player right at the blue line. And that looks to be Fitzsimmons, number 28. The training staff will go out to assist her, and she's up on her feet right now. Clock is still running with 65 seconds to play, and Catherine Fitzsimmons skating off under her own power. It looks like an injury to her right arm. And the faceoff will be all the way down on the Whalers' end.
Yeah, she got decked into the boards.
Penalty will go against the Whalers. That's Zadroga. So 3 penalties in this hockey match called today, all against the Whalers. And so the faceoff will be between Towles for Duxbury and also Lower. Duxbury wins it, 27 seconds to play. They're on the power play again. They're 0 for 2 so far this afternoon.
I think Nantucket's better when they're on the PK.
Yeah, it just seems like they're...
Statistically.
They haven't given up a power play goal yet. Back to the point, just 10 seconds to play. O'Brien has it. Now moves it over to Towles. Now it goes to the corner, just 3 seconds left to go. And that will just about do it as the buzzer sounds. And we have reached the end of the first regular season game for the Nantucket Whalers girls ice hockey team. Not the way they wanted it to go, but at least there's a team out on the ice as the Dragons come down from the South Shore and beat Nantucket today by a final score of 10-0. Duxbury over the Whalers. And again, the final score of the boys basketball game, as we mentioned earlier, 72-65. English beats the boys basketball team. So, Brock, again, we say congratulations to the entire coaching staff, also Travis Lombardi, the athletic director, and to the girls that suited up for this game as well. Maybe didn't get to play, but got some ice time. They lose 10-0. It's their first regular season game. We're in mid-January. Yeah. We know Duxbury's had plenty of games under their belt.
Yeah.
And now Nantucket has to move forward. This may be their only home game this season. That's why they did the senior recognition this afternoon. We saw how the numbers affect the boys program. It affects the girls program, but give these girls credit. At least they got out on the ice trying today.
100%. Yeah, no, I feel like that this year, like for the boys hockey and like for a lot of other Nantucket programs, we graduated a lot of seniors last year, so it's going to be a while until we get back into the playoffs for certain sports.
I mean, also, and you can obviously attest to that, injuries as well.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
If it wasn't for the injuries, you'd be out playing these sports as well. So that'll wrap things up here from the Bog. Want to say thank you to the entire crew this afternoon here with NCTV and the Nantucket Sports Connection. That is Olivia Nascimento with the camera up here that you see our wonderful faces on. Also Chloe Remick and Tanita Siri up top, as well as Charles Douglas spinning the dials and keeping us on the air. The executive producer, also Chris Morris, who was over at basketball today. Both of these games, the girls hockey game and the boys basketball game, will be replayed tonight on NCTV, Comcast Channel 1072. And also later on this afternoon or this evening, you can reload them and play them again on YouTube. For my partner, Brock Beamish, my name is DC Collins. Final score for the final time again this afternoon from the Bog in Nantucket. The Duxbury Dragons defeat the Nantucket Whalers 10-0. We will see you next time, and we thank all of our sponsors, and we thank you, the fans, for watching here on Nantucket Community Television and the Nantucket Sports Connection. Thank you very much, and have a great afternoon, everyone.
First hoop, Simpson gathers for Nantucket. Francis over to Aguilar. He'll look for three. Got it! Huge shot from Carp.